Hey, I'm Josh. I'm just writing a book, so I decided to go ahead and start a YouTube channel around that, um, just to kind of hold myself accountable and also like overcome this adversity of fear that I basically have of like putting myself out there. I never thought I'd ever be sitting in front of a camera and starting a YouTube channel, but of course, I guess writing a book will do that to you. This is definitely not like a writing advice channel or, you know, anything like that. I just want to kind of go ahead and document my journey of becoming an author. And I mean, if anyone watches it, if anyone resonates with it or relates to it, I mean, that's awesome. And I'm super happy and grateful. But most of it is for me, like to show up, commit to showing up, and yeah, just seeing where this goes. I guess to go ahead and talk about the book, I would say, as far as how it came about, I I had the outline for it for a long time, just little bits and pieces of it written here and there throughout the notes in my phone. So the idea for it has been there for years. I just finally decided to sit down and like start writing it on November 29th was the exact day of 2025, and I'm about 40K plus words in now. So I've always been interested in writing in general. I've written a lot of poetry. Every once in a while I would write like song lyrics or verses just for fun. And I think one day I just decided like, I do want to attempt at writing an actual story, an actual novel. And it's going to be a written in journal format, which I chose that format because I do feel like, well, we'll just save that for another video. As far as the major themes it's focusing on, at least volume 1 is going to be, coming of age, identity, not being enough. It's not about saving the world. It's about what you become, whether by choice or whether it's forced upon you, how you handle the cost of that, and choosing what parts of yourself to keep versus abandon. So that's kind of the overarching theme of it, that way I would describe it without spoilers. And also what I want readers to feel. I want readers to feel inspired and motivated by the story. One of the biggest things in my life, or purpose that I wrote down for myself, would be to positively impact and inspire as many people as possible. Like, no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, that's always something that I hope I'm doing somehow. My antisocial self, but that's something that holds dear to me, and of course writing a book, I hope it does that somehow. As far as the readers I think this is for, or who I can see owning this book, would be your deep thinkers, people maybe drawn to philosophy, or maybe people just drawn to psychology. Character development and in-depth character building has always been my thing. When it comes to movies, stories, anything, like I always appreciate solid character development. I love that. So people who appreciate that, and also, introverts, your lone wolves, people who don't mind like a slow burn or a slower paced style of storytelling. Definitely, so you're the opposite of that. I don't see those readers that do appreciate like the fast plot driven style of storytelling, and just wanting the action. So not to say that that's not in the book. There's definitely action, there's definitely plot driven stuff going on, 100%. There is mystery, there is secrets, but I believe the way I tell it is a slower pace, because if it's going to be character driven and in-depth character building and development, I do think that it requires that slower pace. That way, when things do happen, they hit harder, right? I think some people out there would agree with me. Anyways, my fears, there are plenty, but I think when it comes to readers, my fears are probably that maybe the story might be too deep or too emotional or too much, possibly overwhelming. It does kind of feel vulnerable, but I think any artist would say that creating something and putting it out there for other people to see is a very vulnerable feeling. So yeah, I mean, just all the fears that I'm sure other writers have, and doubts that seep in and creep in. It's almost like a roller coaster the way it feels. One day I'm motivated, I'm happy, I'm confident, I'm riding away, and the next thing you know, I'm like, what what am I writing? Like, what am I doing? What is this? What is life? But it's okay. I love it. It's very fun. Roller coasters are fun. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if no one were to read the book, if no one were to own it, if no one were to purchase it, I heard nothing from anybody about it. I gave it to beta readers and they told me it sucks. Do I still want the book to exist? Do I still want to publish the story? Yes. And that answer will keep me coming back. And it'll keep me coming back here as well. On this channel, I do plan to do book reviews. I do plan to discuss, especially things that I'm passionate about. I don't know if I'll dive into some of my other hobbies. I do have other hobbies and interests, but I do think we'll keep this, mostly booktube style of stuff. But I'm also going to be myself. I'm not someone who is like good at this or anything, and wanting to come on here and grow a bunch of views or grow a YouTube channel or make this like my main career. And a shout out to the people who do, because I mean, they're amazing, and I just find myself like watching YouTube or listening to YouTube all the time. So yeah, it's inspiring to see how good people can be at this, for sure. But yeah, just is, like I said, more of me just vlogging away at my journey of being an author, and also making videos around stuff that I'm passionate about and I love, which is reading and books and creativity and all that stuff, so all that jazz. But anyways, thank you for watching this. If you sat through it all, I really appreciate that, and hope you enjoy the journey if you plan to stay. Have a great one.